So great to be in your kitchen again. I feel like this is your second home.
It sure is. I love it in the kitchen. Been here my whole life.
I know, and the thing that I really enjoy about your cooking is that there's always a story behind each meal. And there's a story behind the chef.
Yeah, well, I come from a large family, 7 kids. I was number 4. And I grew up in Flushing, Queens. It was a real melting pot, and there was a great neighborhood feel, a lot of ethnicities and a lot of religious diversity. And I just really got a chance to see a lot of flavors and smells and experiences just within my own little world. It was fantastic.
What are you sharing for our viewers at home today?
Well, I'm going to make for you breakfast on a piece of toast. Right? Breakfast is awesome.
I love breakfast.
It's the time of day when my entire family would assemble downstairs. There'd be 10 of us around the table. 7 children, my grandmother, my mother, and my father. Everybody sitting at the table. And who doesn't love bacon?
Who doesn't love bacon?
So what are we going to do?
What are the ingredients? Point out the ingredients here for our chef.
Well, this is pork belly. This up top here, this little square is Nyman Ranch pork belly. So you take the belly, the fattiest part that you make bacon out of. So that's actually bacon that's been uncured or has not been introduced to salt and sugar. And then we're going to roll this with some Newski's double smoked bacon. So that's going to introduce the smokiness.
Excellent.
Because pork belly doesn't have smokiness naturally. You have to introduce it or infuse it somehow. So this is going to be the bacon wrapped in bacon that we're going to cook till it's crispy on the outside. Then underneath that, we're going to put a little bit of this tomato jam. Tomato jam is just a little bit of canned tomatoes that have been cooked down with a little bit of light amount of syrup so that it turns into a jam.
Nice.
Right? A little bit of orange juice so that the flavors come together. And so when you reduce down, so it's just real kind of not so juicy, but it just creates this sweet acidic foil to the fattiness of the bacon and the bacon.
What's that, Chef?
This is our Hawaiian black lava salt.
Oh,
so
wow.
it's a sea salt that has been introduced to the ash of a volcano, natural volcano. So it has a really deep flavor, and that gives it a good color and gives you a little salty pop at the end as well.
That's very nice.
Right?
So Hawaiian sea salt.
Correct. And then this is a brioche toast. All right, it's just a piece of brioche that's been thinly sliced and toasted in the oven. These little babies right here, these are quail eggs. And then we have this little cutter here. You put an egg through it and you just slice that off and it takes the top off of the egg. And as if that's not enough, we have to add one more thing to it. We put on the edge here just a little bit of avocado puree.
Nice.
It adds just a little more creaminess and a small amount of lime juice to keep it from oxidizing. This is just avocado, a pinch of salt, and lime juice in a squeeze bottle.
I love avocado. I could eat that on toast every day of the week.
Absolutely. This is all about breakfast. It's all about waking up early in the morning, spending time with your family, the smokiness of the bacon, the richness and deliciousness of that pork belly, bacon wrap bacon. This is just a little bit of Activa, it's called. So now we're just rolling it over so, like by pulling it. It's kind of like doing a sushi roll. So the bacon's laid out in strips. We put a little bit of the Activa on there. We roll it, and you let it sit in the refrigerator because then the glue needs to activate. And you just put that right into a saute pan or on your griddle. So here I have some that's pre-cooking a little bit. Off to the side, we're just going to start to cook a couple of eggs. This is just like sunny side eggs. A little bit of oil here.
And are you choosing quail eggs just because of the size or
pretty
the
much
taste?
For the size, yeah, and the taste. Actually, they're really flavorful. So you want the yolk to be warm. So I do it on a low temperature. It's like 250 degrees, so it's taking its time. And that's good because that's exactly what you want. While those eggs are cooking, we can start off by taking a couple of pieces of brioche. Here you go.
So we just put in some of the...
Just a little bit of the tomato jam on the edge.
Tomato jam on there. Okay. Just a little bit on the edge.
Correct.
Okay.
That's it.
I put a lot. I like tomato.
Yeah, you like tomato. I say tomato, you say tomato. We're going to take off our bacon wrap bacon off to the side. For now, take my eggs. You see that little circle there?
Yeah.
You're going to make them perfect circles.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so after we slice the bacon wrap bacon, we place that on top of our tomato jam. Real simple. Nestle it down. And if you can put the egg right on top of the bacon wrap bacon, that'll be perfect. I'm shaking down the avocado as you're doing that. And then we're going to just put a little mound of avocado on the side.
Very nice.
And then what we'll do is we'll just take a little piece of chive. We'll stick it right in. Then all you need to do at this point is just put them down on your plate. And serve them. Bacon wrapped bacon.
So there you have it, bacon wrapped bacon. You can go to athomewithdidiayer.com to download the recipe. And of course, you can always come to Rick's Boiler Room here at Mandalay Place in Las Vegas.
Breakfast on toast.
Cheers. Now that's good.